Will Nick and Hannah get married? I think there's a 50% chance. I think they both like the idea of getting married and getting married young. So if they're both on that same page, I think they could end up saying yes. But I think if they start thinking realistically, I think it's going to be a no. I think they're both getting along better now, but I still feel like they're both very much immature and there's things that they clash on, specifically Hannah and her passive aggressiveness and the digs that she made. I think Nick does like being put in his place, but I think there's a level to it, and I feel like him and Hannah are still negotiating on that. I do feel like they have a chemistry going on, but I feel like this is very much a fill the gaps relationship rather than them being actually compatible. Like, you know, where Nick has weaknesses, Hannah has strength, so she can fill in that gap and vice versa. So I feel like if they were to get married, it would be more of almost like a business deal. Like, I want to get married, you want to get married, let's get married to each other. But ultimately, I feel like their relationship still very much lacks substance. How vulnerable we saw them get into the pods, we have not seen that outside of the pods. It's still very much like, you know, flirty, passive aggressive energy. And it's coming from both of them. I think Hannah definitely gives it a lot more, but it's coming from Nick's way as well. Like that whole conversation where they're talking about finances, I think Hannah was being a little bit passive aggressive, but I feel like she was just being honest. Like, you know, you need to be serious about your finances. And he took that as a dig. So he started being like, oh, what do you know about sports? Like, that was the only comeback he could come back with. And that comeback was even dumb. And I feel like deep down, Hannah knows that Nick is not mature enough for marriage. And maybe deep down she knows herself, maybe she's not mature enough for marriage herself. But ultimately, I think it's a 50-50 chance, but I'm leaning more towards that they're not going to get married. And I feel like Hannah's Instagram is very much an indication that they did not get married or they won't marry, simply because it's giving rebrand. It's giving the launch of a new era, and it's giving very much she's single. But what do you guys think? Do you think Nick and Hannah are going to get married?